The thoughts and opinions expressed during this broadcast are for entertainment purposes only. They are not facts. Now enjoy the show.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Episode 6-4. We got this bitch jumping like a 6-4 in this motherfucker. Ee-oo, ee-oo, ee-oo. What's the fucking deal out there, man? It's your boy Kane's World.
For Pete's sake,
For all the new listeners, man, this is the Not Impressed podcast. We do this shit every week. We've been doing this shit every week for 64 weeks. What we do is we talk about many topics. We tell stories about our life. You guys can tap in. You can ask us questions. We'll respond to your questions, man. Whatever you want to do. We want this to be like you in here with us. And for all the people that been here, man, shout out the Not Impressed gang, man.
Shout out to you.
Keep tapping in with us. Keep liking. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing it, man. I'm telling you, like everything, there's waves for everything, man. There's ups, there's downs, but you got to keep going, man.
Yeah.
We've had some very good days where we got 200 views. We got some days where we get 17.
Yeah, for sure.
But you got to keep grinding. And that 200 view could be right back.
Yep.
And that 2,000 view could be right over the corner. So I need everybody watching this video right now. I know most of you are some diehards. I know most of you watching. We could see the retention.
Yeah.
I know most of you watching a big majority of this video. So since you here right now in the beginning, for sure, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and while you at it, last but not least, go ahead and share that motherfucker.
Share that shit.
Yes, sir. Christmas just passed. It's New Year's now.
Christmas just passed.
New Year's coming up. By the time New Year's, this will be out a couple days before.
Oh, yeah.
So we might as well start with...
We're always a little ahead of that.
We might as well start with the New Year's.
Fuck it, what, resolutions?
There's a lot of...
I mean...
Don't tell me you're a resolution hater.
No, I'm not a resolution hater, for sure.
There's a lot of resolution haters
I'm
out
not
there.
a resolution hater, but I'm definitely a believer in that you don't gotta wait for the new year to start doing what you want to do.
I mean, yeah, but it's the new year. You're not waiting anymore. We're here now.
Yeah,
so it's
but
basically saying like start
now.
I mean,
that's just what I feel.
I mean, yeah, of course, but I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, hey, I haven't been doing what I need to be doing. 3 days from now, it's about to be, or 6 days from now, about to be a whole new year.
For me, all the years are colliding though too. That's the thing. Like,
no, they definitely are.
They're colliding with each other. So like, the days of the week don't mean shit to me. The fucking years don't really mean shit for me. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying is like, ultimately, like for me, I'm not necessarily pressed on, oh, New Year's, let's start doing this.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm not pressed to where I'm like, oh, it's fucking September, and I'm like, dang, I can't wait for this 3 months to be over so I can get to my shit. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's December now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a hater of it. I think you should have goals.
I'm saying it's December now. We all together in it here, everybody in here. Whether you missed it or you already started 3 months ago, you feel me? All I know is it's about to be January 2024.
Big Pete's birthday month.
Big Pete's birthday month. Whatever it is that you want to do out there. On this show, I don't care if there's 10 people in here. I don't care if there's 20 people in here. I don't care if there's 1,000 people in here. I promise you, as long as this show is running, I'm going to keep reminding y'all to chase your motherfucking dreams, to keep working.
Preach.
To not get content.
Yeah, comfortability.
Don't get content. Because there's always a way, man. There's 19-year-olds making millions off selling shoes. There's a 50-year-old somewhere who he was working his 9 to 5 all the time, and then he figured out he could start drop shipping.
Yep.
And he's never going to work again a day in his life.
Yep.
I don't care if you're 30, 35, 26, you can do the same shit.
No, there's so many opportunities to generate some type of revenue for you outside of just a normal day in and day out grind as far as like 9 to 5 and stuff like that.
I'm not saying quit your job.
We ain't hating 9 to 5. But
I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying even if you work in a job,
work on something.
Work on something. Because if you start today, let's say it takes you 1,000 steps to get there. Step 1, baby.
Yeah.
Now, if you start 5 years from now, that's step one. You could have already been on step 700.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So get it going, get it going, get it going.
My biggest thing for this new year that I'm gonna focus on is the my goal, my short-term goal is $10,000 in sales in my pallet business.
That's fire. That's fire.
God damn. Got the ring going off and shit.
This nigga never puts his shit on vibrate. God damn.
Damn.
It's like going to the movie, bro. We having a meeting here. This nigga. What if we're in a meeting with a record company and this nigga. God damn, bro.
It's not me. It's not me.
It is you. Your shit should be on vibrate.
So yeah, that's that for me. Like my biggest priorities this year is health again. Still, health is like number one, and just kind of trying to get back into the best fucking physical health that I've ever been. And then get that pallet game up to where it's clocking in 10K in sales a month.
And you're just gonna leave the podcast out of that?
We gonna be grinding the podcast out.
No, but put something on that, nigga. What the fuck?
Okay, so for the
only thing I'm worried about my pallets and my health. Like, goddamn, I know you guys feel me out there. Like, what's up with this nigga?
I get you. No. For the pod, we gotta definitely upgrade the camera. For sure, upgrade the camera. Yep. And get some more guests on here that are on a higher tier of guests, you know what I mean?
Got them ready. Got like 5 ready. Probably more. I just haven't even put it out there, but I got 5 that are just ready. Shout out to homie. Shout out to people watching. I know some of you watch. I know some of you feel me? Hey, and that's not saying that we've had any lower tier guests or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, we even, like, DG hasn't got an interview on here full life. I'm kind of interested. I was thinking about it today. I'll talk about it on here. I was thinking about it today, like, I'll be down to do, like, some Vlad-style interviews. Like, we don't even got to be on the camera. It is cool to be on the camera, too, but, like, it's kind of cool to just, like, make it hyper-focused and then make it, like, a 30-minute just straight, like, we have 10 questions ready. The question comes up where we ask it. They respond.
That's good.
I'll be down with that.
I'll be fine.
In addition to the podcast.
Yeah, like, I kind of add that in there, like, in the mix of it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's an extra video every 2 weeks or some shit. Yeah. Or a month even.
That'd be cool.
And then also, been talking about it, but this year definitely want to add the streams.
Streaming.
I'm ready to do that.
Yeah,
I'm too ready to do that.
No, I know you want to do
streams. I love this. But I know I'll love that even like
because you want to be able to like interact with what we're seeing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more interactive.
Show you some shit.
It's more interactive.
We talk about some shit and I bring it up.
Yeah, it's more interactive, and then we can get like facts more. You know what I mean? Everything. You know what I mean? Like
we can get a lot more clips out of that.
And then we also want to do the not impressed news.
Not impressed news. I'd be down to add that.
So we gotta work all that stuff out and schedule everything. But those are pretty much like how can we get the show better? You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's the hyper.
Which we do have a lot of ideas already intact for you guys. We're just gonna put them in action now.
Yeah. So
get them rolling.
That was he's like, what about the podcast? You know the podcast is my baby, fool. So I don't even bring the podcast.
No,
he's like, I gotta hear it though.
We got everybody. That's what we're here for.
We gotta hear it though.
Everybody gotta hear it. That's what we talk about. We talk, and that's what I like about this podcast too. Is like, we've had our first guests, and then talked about how we felt about the
pod
and the interaction shit.
Yeah, how it was.
I'm cool with that. I fuck with that. I would enjoy that if I was watching because you guys get the real deal. You guys are getting like real time us.
Yeah.
And we're learning, you feel me? You're growing with us and shit. Mm-hmm. So once again,
hey man, I want to say shout out to our first year of podding too, man. Cause like, it's been something that was like long time coming for us and shit. Because I remember you're like, oh, let's do the podcast. And then, finally
went down.
We make the decision. And honestly, like every week, like it's been a steady growth to me. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of it.
Definitely skill wise. Yeah, for sure. Gotta show the recognition and shit. For me, what I want to do this year is mostly like habits and shit. Like procrastination, want to work on that. I really want to drop a song a month. Like this last year was supposed to be dropping.
Yeah,
I didn't drop a damn thing. So
it was a rocky one though, man. It's been a rocky one. Like with us doing this shit and everything else that goes on behind the scenes. Because we haven't really we ain't on here saying, oh, this is happening, this is happening. There's a shitload of shit happening behind the scenes.
No, for sure.
And we still come in here and just fucking, give this our all too. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I feel like we were in a learning process with this too.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes you away from the other stuff, bro. Because I haven't been able to make beats and things like that. Because I'm editing, I'm doing, you know what I mean? It takes you away from other shit. But I think that we're gaining new skills. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. Us.
But I know music is that's the bread and butter, and that's what we do. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what I love, and I've kind of put it to side. I love this too. I love conversating. I love podcasts. You know what I mean? But definitely want to get back to the music. Definitely want to put it out there. Haven't even got a chance to put it out there. We got so much music in the vault that I personally think is some good quality music and some shit that people don't got out here. You know what I mean? Just put it back in the ashtray.
Not hitting that well.
That people don't got out here and shit. But yeah, so just putting shit off. I don't want to put nothing off. I don't want to do that no more. I want to drop some music and health. But main ones, when it comes health, obviously, but when it comes to my goals for sure, music, I just want to move with a different type of energy this year. And
super intentional, man.
Super intentional. And just let's get some more money, man.
That's it too. Get some more money. We want the money.
You know what I'm saying?
No, so the thing is too, like I said, you go through these different things and it can let's talk about something because passion. Let's talk about having a passion for something, right? A lot of times when people have a passion for something, for instance, music, right? Life can get in the way of that shit. You feel me? And it's it happens, bro. You know what I mean? That's the truth of it. It happens.
Yeah.
But I think if you're really, really, truly passionate about it and shit, you're gonna fucking do everything you can to stay on track with that shit too. Sure. You know what I mean? I think with the you said procrastination and shit, there was this, I don't know if it was a study or anything, but it was as soon as you think about doing it,
yeah,
within the next I think under 10 seconds, you have to do it.
Do it. For sure.
Because there's been plenty of times I'm I gotta do this. And then I don't do it. I let it 5 minutes pass, and then next you know, 30 minutes, an hour pass.
No,
and
for
it's
sure.
just,
for sure.
You know what I mean? So,
but I think
passion and procrastination, you gotta get that
passion. And procrastination. Yeah, I think it goes back to that passion because it's just but it's because passion can only take you far. The love of something can only take you so far. It's really that drive. You feel me? Because it's not always you're at home and you think, oh, I should make some music. It's you're at work or you're and then it's
that'd be the most times it hit you.
Yeah. And then you got this plan and obviously things come into play. You drive an hour home from work, your energy's gone. Different shit comes into play, but it's about ignoring all that.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me?
You gotta ignore it. You gotta if this is your passion, you have to be able to ignore your exhaustion.
But it's gonna take, like I said, it's gonna take something I don't know if it's drive, it's just that little extra oomph past passion. You know what I'm saying? You could love this shit. You could love a lot of things.
Almost, you gotta put it like this. If I don't do this, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. But what that actual thing is intangible. There's not a name for it almost. That's the thing.
It's something you have to have in you, bro.
You have to fucking find that shit and fucking just...
You have to have it in you, bro.
And just fucking do it, bro.
It's something that
you almost gotta be a psychopath about that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And that's the thing. I think that people don't really understand, in order to do something bigger than yourself, it's gonna take you being a fucking maniac when it comes to this shit.
Yeah.
And you have to be passionate, and even when you speak about it, Bro, I'm telling you right now, I could talk about shit all day and like as far as like different ideas and shit like that. To be honest with you, a lot of times what holds me back is capital. You know what I mean?
For
like
sure.
that's what's holding us fucking back
Everything
from a lot
costs,
of shit, nigga.
For sure.
Capital. You know what I mean? But like it takes like the 16-hour fucking days. You feel me? It takes the fucking, and I'm talking about besides just the regular, if you have a regular job and all that stuff, like it takes that type of shit. And then also it's gonna feel like pressure.
For sure.
You know, Nipsey Hussle said it on an interview one time, and I can't agree with him more, bro. It's gonna take. It feels like it's pressure, nigga. Like that's what I be feeling, but it's supposed to feel that way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna make that. Like that's what it's gonna take. And another thing, what was his name? Seth Rogen said this shit about failing, bro. Like the only difference between us making it and not making it is whether we stop. On anything you're doing. The only thing that's going to stop. Now, there could be the thing like, oh, because think about it. Oh, fucking football players.
Some people just don't make it.
I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, look, let's take it to sports. A football player is playing football since he's 5 years old. He gets all the way to collegiate, you know, and does good in fucking collegiate sports. Doesn't get drafted. It happens. You know what I mean? It really does.
For sure. More often than not.
But I'll tell you right now.
Like 99% of the time.
It would have not happened for him a long time ago if he would have stopped. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you don't know where you're going to go. You know what I mean?
And there's always, like, because people's range of making it is different for everybody. So, like, you could be, which isn't what I'm shooting for. Like, I'm shooting for something up there. You feel me? But, like, okay, so you don't quit.
People think it's bad to do that, though, too. Do you think it's bad?
To what? To like
to
shoot low?
No, to shoot high. Like
no, you gotta shoot high.
Nigga, I want the world and everything in it.
No,
nigga.
you gotta shoot high.
I
for
want
sure.
Scarface. The
no,
road
for sure.
is yours, nigga.
You gotta shoot high. But I'm saying like even if technically, let's say in the grand scheme of things, if you never quit and you landed quote unquote low to some people, but in my eyes not low, and you're a local fan favorite. Everybody loves you where you're from.
Okay.
You got a chance to make a substantial amount of money. Yeah, not
living
$1 million,
off of what you love.
But even if it's not even full living, even if you're making $2,000 a month, that's not enough to live off of.
Yeah.
But that's enough if you had a small business and you're making a small amount of money. They're not even making $2,000 profit a month.
That's another great revenue.
That's the yeah, exactly.
Stream of revenue.
In a way, you made it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it depends on like because like everybody's scale is different on what they consider made it. You know
because now
I think as long as you're doing what you love, and because a lot of times I say this to myself too, bro. I'm already living the dream. Really think about that.
For sure.
You're already living the dream, nigga. Think about it.
For sure.
You fucking ain't like you go get your food when you want. You go to the studio when you want.
No, for sure.
You know, like.
No, I trip on that sometimes too because I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people that's definitely like not fully appreciating the position that I'm in and shit. You feel me? Like this shit crazy. Like when I sit back and look at it, like this shit crazy. Like,
no, for sure.
Look at this shit, nigga. You feel me? Like
what I'm saying.
This shit is kind of crazy. Like looking back and shit. Like
to where you came, because the thing is, you gotta always remember where you came from.
No, for sure.
And that's what I think we lose sight of. We lose sight of that right there. Like you forget, like.
Everything, this shit becomes regular. This shit becomes norm. That's why. It's like, this is regular now. But thinking about this before, like, I didn't think I would get here. I thought I would have died for sure. I thought I would have been dead for sure.
Look at this.
This shit crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, and then crazy. Also like...
niggas got the MacBook with the central air blowing, with the wood floors.
Got a cell phone in your pocket. Like
2 phones.
weed.
Just ate some sushi. Got a fresh blunt right there. We could roll another 4 more if we want real quick. Like, the shit really crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's all perspective, man.
I got some sushi, some ramen, some Stonefire. But
the thing is, like, is there a problem, like I said, with wanting more? I don't think so. Like,
no,
to some people, there's a problem.
But yeah, and like, it can go both ways because then you can think about that too much.
But sometimes I be just like, damn, nigga, I'm living the dream already, bro. Like, I always wanted a space where I can go and create peacefully. When I first got into music production, it was in my fucking room. It was in a room, right?
Yeah.
With the bed and everything, right? In a house full of people. 1 bedroom with a house full of people. I have that space right now, bro.
No, for sure. Whole studio setup. Sounds good too.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, and don't get me wrong, I've always wanted the whole building before, you know, and I still do.
Yeah, for sure.
I want the whole recording building, you know, Capitol Records. I still want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But ultimately, like when I started like looking at my life and trying to put things in perspectives and stuff, I'm like, bro, you nigga, what you wanted, you have it.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? So anyway.
Bad. But yeah, on that note, of course, be appreciative for what you got. You know, it's a new year. Beautiful Christmas just passed. Thanksgiving just passed. Be thankful. But again, figure that shit out. Happy New Year to everybody out there, man. Not Impressed gang, man. This shit, we finna go even crazier. I promise you. Still Got It is dropping in January. Fantasy Freestyle is dropping in February on Valentine's Day. Straight out. Mark your calendars, nigga.
All right. I'm gonna mark the fucking calendar.
Yeah, mark the calendar. Still Got It is dropping at the end of January, and the Fantasy Freestyle is dropping.
That'll be my birthday present, because like I've been waiting for the shit to drop.
Sure. Shit gonna drop. I got the fucking promo already for it. We dropped the Fantasy. I got the visualizer for it.
Okay.
And then me and DG definitely gonna record some shit in a video.
Okay.
So some shit gonna drop, man.
Cameraman.
Peep this shit. Yep, for sure. I mean, we're probably gonna do Destructive Films.
I'm fucking with you.
The nigga that
yeah, you guys can do actual film, not just like.
Hey, but we'll definitely do some more promos too.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, man.
What we want to jump into.
So on some crazy news, have you heard of Gypsy Blanchard?
No.
So Gypsy Blanchard is actually about to get released on December 28th after 7 years of her 10-year sentence. So for the people out there who haven't heard of Gypsy Blanchard, her mom basically tricked her into thinking that she couldn't walk. She was extremely diabetic. She couldn't have any sugar or she would die immediately. So that she had multiple diseases. So they used to live in Louisiana. So the mom basically went to the doctor and said that all her files got lost in Katrina. Which basically allowed her to paint this narrative. And from that narrative, she was able to get a house, you know, from the situation. She was able to get grants, a lot of funding for her daughter and her situation. But turns out, so the daughter, as she's getting older, she has, you know, she wants to have sugar. So she has a little sugar, she starts rebelling. She's getting older now. She's like 14, 15, you know? And she has some sugar and she's like, I'm not dying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And basically she starts talking to this guy online. So they start talking. They even meet at the movie theater because she couldn't like leave her mom's side ever.
Did they do a movie on this?
They did do a movie on it on Hulu. I think I told you to watch it.
I might have watched it.
I think, was it called Run or?
I forget who it was even in it, but like it was kind of weird. Like there was like prescription pills that she was taking.
That she was changing the label.
That their labels were off.
She was basically giving her like dog tranquilizers, which is causing her to like not be able to walk.
Damn, I forget the movie.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, real story. And she's about to get released in 2 days.
So the woman that did it is getting released?
No. Okay. So she started talking to some guy online, became her boyfriend. She got her mom to take her to the movies, and she actually hooked up with the guy in the bathroom.
I remember that movie.
They wanted to be together, so they figured out a plan. Best way to be together is to get the mom out the picture. So they killed the mom. That's the real story. They killed.
I don't recall that in the movie.
No, in the movie. In the movie, she stops the mom finally, and then like after the credits or whatever, she ends up having the mom trapped. Or no, the mom's in like a home, and she's giving her the pills and shit too, fucking her up now. But what really happened is they killed the mom.
Oh shit!
And she was sentenced to 10 years.
Wow. Wait, what's going on with that too? They're not giving people like a lot of time for murder or what? Like,
I mean, she was in a crazy situation too, traumatized.
So she pled like insanity.
I don't know the exact case,
okay.
But from what I had seen, she also had like, she was on the spectrum too. So, I mean, that's not going to cause anybody to murder anybody, but she did have some sort of like mental disabilities and stuff.
That's insane. That's a crazy story, bro. I did not know that was a true story.
Yeah, true story. So she's about to get out on December 28th.
And what was the reason? Like, is there? I would like to know if there was a reason
that the mom did that.
That the mom did it.
She did it for money.
Oh, she just did it to like scam the government.
Basically, she probably seen the opportunity and she kept going with it. And then she got so high off of it. She's like, I don't got to work. I'm getting a house. I'm getting $10,000 a month, probably something crazy.
Got you. I thought you were saying that the woman that was getting this done to was the one getting all the benefits.
No.
Mom was.
I mean, she was probably getting a lot. But you seen the movie? You seen the type of life she was living?
Yeah.
Like she had to be super strict. Couldn't do anything the mom didn't know. Get shots all day because she had crazy diabetes, supposedly.
So the thing, okay, so like. That just kind of brings me to this book that I read.
She thought she couldn't walk.
I know.
And then she stood up. It was like, what the fuck?
I mean, but like, I think as a kid, if you're getting trained as a kid, you're going to probably believe, you know what I mean? You're going to believe that.
You're going to believe that. You're like 4 or something?
You're not,
And if she gives you some kind of pills that cause you to not be able to walk.
Yeah, like some type of tranquilizer.
You're like, oh shit, like I can't walk.
Yeah, that's insane.
And she's like, I gotta give you your diabetes medicine in the morning.
Because it just brings me to like, bro, we don't really, like, it's crazy you don't know what's going on in families.
Yeah, everybody's pretty crazy.
Like, there's some real wild shit going on, like niggas locked in rooms, all types of shit. You know what I mean?
Beat.
There's a bunch of crazy stuff. That's why I kind of like it makes me think like, damn, you never really know what's going on in the household and shit. Like, because if we would have seen her rolling down the street,
you wouldn't have known.
You think, okay, this is a woman that's incapacitated.
Yeah.
But all along, her mom is over here fucking like, that's crazy, bro.
That's super
crazy. But it makes me think of a book too. It was called The Child Called It.
Sounds familiar, but
it's a really famous like
I'm pretty
book on like neglect and like child abuse and stuff. And it's about this man's name is David Polzer, and he was like, his mom, like at some point, like she was cool in the beginning, loving mother, bro.
Yeah.
And then at some point just switches. And now she's doing something called the gas chamber to him, where she's locking him in a bathroom with like ammonia and like chemicals and stuff, where he has to just inhale that for hours.
That's crazy.
So like, I'm just saying like that's what that reminds me of. Even though it's like nothing, it's not too crazy. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's not like, would it be considered abuse? Yeah, right?
Fuck yeah. What the abuse. Fuck you mean? This is putting him in a gas chamber.
No. What the woman did to her daughter.
Fuck yeah. What the fuck? This nigga, what the fuck? Telling her that her legs don't work, not letting her walk. Fucking.
I'm just saying, because like she didn't get in trouble with because this woman that I'm talking about,
she probably would have got in trouble with the law if she would have got found out. And then as she started finding out, you seen she tried to lock her up more and shit. She's like, oh, people are finding out type shit.
That's crazy, man.
Shit was crazy. I mean, I even seen this never know, one lady, her like 10-year-old daughter was doing some shit to her like 3-year-old son or 4-year-old son. And fucking, and then I think she had another daughter that was like 7, and they were all doing it to the son, and fucking the mom found out and ended up like murdering both of them.
I seen that on TikTok or something like that. Like I seen like the case on TikTok.
Yeah, she was testifying. That shit was a sad ass story. But like, it was crazy because she was talking about like hurting her kid. Like she killed him, and fucking they asked her like why and shit, and she was like, "That's what like they like not they deserve." But like
she was trying to say, I think it was something like trying to save them from something. Like some I think it was like based on religious shit.
Nah.
No, if I'm not mistaken, bro, I think it was.
Maybe you're talking about a different one because it wasn't that. It was just that literally like it was a black lady, right?
I don't recall.
Oh, well, from what I've seen, she was just like on some like what they did to my son, like that's what they basically asked for, like type shit. It was crazy shit. But yeah, like you said, you never know what's going on in families.
I'm saying, you just never know what's going on in families and stuff, man. Like all types of abuse, man, and that shit is wrong. Crazy. You know what I mean?
It's fucked up people raising fucked up people.
I wanted to talk about some crazy shit. Crazy military like booby traps in Vietnam.
What is it called? The IEDs?
There's a bunch of them. I don't recall the. No, not those. That's in like you're talking about when the bombs blow up and stuff like that.
IEDs are like what they used in Afghanistan, but it's basically like, fuck, I forgot what it stands for, but something explosive device. But basically like a hidden one. Like they would put it in trash. They would put it in a pizza box, and it looked like nothing.
No, this one is in Vietnam, like the Viet Cong and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They would do some crazy, like elaborate booby traps.
Like what?
One of them, they would get like mud
mm-hmm.
and turn it like get it into a ball and then sharpen up like bamboo sticks, and of course make like a. You ever seen Hellraiser?
Yeah.
And they have all the razors. They'll just have all those shit sticking out and put it up high in like a tree or something, and then somebody comes by and that shit swings and just like fucking hits them or drops on them. And they're just getting stabbed.
Like on some movie shit?
Yeah. Or like fall into like.
They had like.
Fall into like bamboo sticks.
They had like pits and shit. Like you would walk over and you would fall into like a pit and shit.
They had pits with snakes. Venomous snakes.
I didn't know that was real.
Yeah, venomous snakes automatically going to come in there and just start biting you. As soon as you go in there, agitated, hungry, it's done. Just different things, getting your like foot caught into certain things. Just kind of like clamping you and shit. Like they had a bunch of different things, man.
Yeah, but talking about Vietnam, I actually just watched the movie fucking The Greatest Beer Run Ever.
Never heard of it.
Really good movie. With Zac Efron. Based on a true story. So basically there was this guy, I wish I remembered his name. But it's based on this guy, and he went to Vietnam. He was basically like a fuck up, and everybody was going to Vietnam and shit. So he decided to he was drunk at the bar talking to his boys, and he decided to bring beers to Vietnam to his boys.
Okay.
But like he's going behind enemy lines and shit. Like so basically nobody's supposed to go except for military.
Yeah.
And he's dressed. I'll just tell one part. He's dressed like a geek. So basically, they think he's CIA. So a lot of top like soldiers keep sending him through. And he ends up
the U.S. military.
Yeah, the U.S. military. And he ends up bringing his boys. Some beers and shit. Very good movie. If you guys want to check that out, it's called The Greatest Beer Run Ever. With Zac Efron, man. Very good movie.
Got a question for you.
Talk to me.
So, if you could do anything that's considered dangerous and like. If you do this, more likely you would die. What would that be? And you're going to survive. Like, you could do it and you'll survive.
Ooh, and I'll survive?
Yeah. So think of something dangerous that you will most likely die if you did this.
I'm thinking space. I'm thinking swimming in the ocean with sharks. I'm thinking, you know what I want to do, actually? What I was thinking the other day? The fucking... squirrel flying shit. The shit when they put on the suit and they fly and shit. I want to do that.
No.
That looks sick.
No way.
I would love to.
What is it? It's not paragliding. It's some shit. The glider stuff?
Wingsuit.
The wing? Oh, no.
The wingsuit. I would love to do that shit.
Hell no.
I would love to do
that.
You'll
do bungee jumping?
I guess why not? I've already jumped out of a plane, so it's like.
Oh, yeah, you have done the skydiving.
So, like, I felt
like. It was like we talked about it. I think you skydove and just like.
Yeah, didn't care. Chilling. Yeah, I didn't care at all. Bungee jumping almost seems a little bit more scary because you just jump in with the thing on your fucking ankles. But I'll be down to do some shit like that.
Nah. No.
Jumping in the water from high as fuck is dope too. When I did that in Puerto Rico, that shit was like pretty exhilarating. Like low key, one of them we did was pretty high. It was like 40, 50 feet or some shit. And that shit, I felt like I was in the air forever.
Yeah, you talked about it.
That shit was sick. What about you?
I would say for me, it would probably be like deep sea.
Deep sea be cool too.
Deep sea discovering, like exploring. You know what I mean?
But you want to like literally explore some shit, or you want to go where people have been already and shit.
No. Explore some new shit that we don't know. Like see what's down. Like because like I feel like if you go in the water, it's like almost going in space too.
For sure.
You know,
they're so like it's fucking 90.
What keeps me out? Go ahead.
95% unexplored and shit. Like 90% unexplored.
What keeps me out is that I know there's motherfuckers way bigger than me down there.
But of course, I mean, you've seen whales. So
no, I'm just saying, like, but I'm saying even bigger than that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you've seen whales and they only go to a certain depth, there's got to be something that's at the depth we can't go, and it just doesn't come up.
Yeah,
like it can't survive in the higher pressure. You know what I'm saying? So it has got to go down there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It has to stay down there.
I wonder why we never have like really built some we don't know, but like some underwater type of facilities and shit.
They might have a couple, just not too far under.
Yeah,
not too far under. People have like chambers and shit. I was looking at the other day. It's a different type of deep sea diving, but basically where this one, like, so usually when you go deep sea diving, you get in the suit, you got to go down slowly, and then when you come back up, you have to come up slowly because of the pressure. And basically what happens is like, if you come up too fast, so like when you go down, what happens is like all your like blood vessels kind of like get pressured. And then so if you come up too fast, it'll release too fast and you just like basically like implode. So there's this thing where this deep sea diving, they go down there for like a month, but they're in, so the boat's over, they're under pressurized the whole time. So they never depressurize. So they'll stay under there, go down underwater, and then go back in that chamber and keep going. It's crazy, bro. I've never heard of that shit. Like they never depressure. They do that for weeks.
That's crazy.
Whereas other people, you feel me, you take your time. But if you never depressurize, then you never have to worry about it. And so they just stay in this chamber that just stays.
And what are they doing down there? Like studying stuff?
Studying shit like that.
That shit's crazy.
I had never heard of that shit. It's funny. I just seen that like the other day.
But yeah, I like to do that. But like, I seen this clip, and I don't know if it was like how real this clip was, but it was like this dude on a boat, and you hear like these like crazy sounds coming from in the abyss. You know what I mean? And like it was supposedly mermaids or some type of like...
Oh, the one where they're on the side of the boat and shit?
Yeah, and they're going as fast as the boat.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You didn't see anything, right? You didn't see anything in the water. You just heard something.
But you do see like something chasing the boat or going as fast as the boat.
I'm not sure if I've seen anything in the water.
I'd seen some shit. But it just makes you think, like, you just don't know what's under there and stuff. And like there could be like a whole like humanoid civilization down there that are...
No, there's something. There's a lot of
What about aliens living down there?
Humanoid, I feel like we would have seen it already. Like something like that, because it's small. I feel like whatever it is big and it can't come
to our...
Yeah, it doesn't
the next level.
Or maybe it just doesn't need to, you know what I mean? I think there's like giant octopus, shit like that.
You know, octopus have like multiple brains.
Oh yeah,
they have like three or
no, brains. They have 3 hearts, right? Or is it 3
something
brains?
like that. They have brains, but they have brains in their tentacles and shit.
What about how jellyfish have no brain?
Those
and they like move in unison.
Those things get me scared.
They move in unison.
They can't see them bitches.
They can feel in their tentacles and shit, but they have no like
brain.
They just react, like they just do what they do. That's
so I think the closest thing to alien shit is like the jellyfish, the octopus, like those things are
Nigga, look at an eel. What the fuck? That motherfucker ugly as a bitch.
Looking like Tucker. Yeah. No, looking like Night, bro.
No, for sure.
Night ugly looks like an eel and shit.
Ugly as a bitch. Like, do not come over here, nigga. But the divers is called sat divers, and they live up under the water for up to 28 days in a small topside chamber that is pressurized to the same level as the underwater construction environment. Those for underwater construction mostly. So divers do not have to decompress after each shift. They are lowered to depth using a diving bell.
No, there was this thing too, like you know the fools that like do the diving, but they have like this like almost like a metal suit. It seems like
they still do like, that? I thought it was like back in the day, maybe.
I don't know. I think that's still a career that you can, and it's like very dangerous. Like it's a very dangerous career where like if something goes wrong, you could turn into like think of like spaghetti going through. I mean, ground beef going through a processor. That type of shit. That's if crazy. You fuck up. I'm like, oh, there was like this.
I remember there was a movie about that shit.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was. It was maybe Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh yeah, Medal of Honor.
Is that what it's called?
Medal of Honor or something like that.
I remember when
Men of Honor.
Men of Honor, I think.
Men
I
of
remember
Honor.
when it came out, I was like too young to like lock into it, but I remember like the end.
It was with De Niro.
I think so, yeah.
And they do the fucking competition of like who could stand under the water the longest and shit.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
It's a classic.
It's definitely a classic. Like I said, I was just too young to watch it at the time and give it the attention it deserves.
As an adult though, there's definitely been a lot of movies I go back and like I'm like I gotta see this now.
No, for sure.
And then you just catch a bunch of stuff now. You're like, what the fuck? Like
some of them too. A lot of movies like you've seen it when you were younger. You've seen it even 7 years ago, 5 years ago, and like you didn't really give it that much thought or pay attention to it. And then you watch it again, and it's like the first time watching it, and you're like, this shit low-key fucking hit.
You gotta still see The Super. You still haven't seen that one, The Super. You gotta see that shit. Like, there's a bunch of classics, man. A bunch of classics. What else we gonna jump in?
I've been watching The Maze Runner.
Yeah.
Talking about underwater shit, I just recently seen there's actually like a study. Well, it's two things we talk about a lot, but it's talking about a study that they're using AI to learn like whale language.
That's interesting as fuck.
Learn whale language and like what they're saying and shit. And they've already done, I'm not sure if it's using AI, but they've already done studies, like they're doing studies on like dolphin language and shit. So they found like 2 different kind of dolphins, like they're in the dolphin family or whatever. They speak 2 different languages, right? But when they come together, they speak a third language. And then when they work together to hunt and shit.
That's crazy.
And it's a whole nother like dialect and shit.
That's
and they're saying that also they have names like for each other. And that like the mothers like repeat the name to the babies. Like they notice that they repeat it to them so they can learn it and shit. Learn their name. Like they're actually
that's crazy.
their name.
I mean, like there's no bro. Animals are pretty intelligent, bro.
No, for sure. Especially dolphins. They say dolphins. I mean, it might not be true, but it's a fucking common thing they say is like it's the human of the sea and shit. The dolphin.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Fucking super smart. It's the advancement like us, but like in the ocean.
Water. It's crazy. You ever swam with dolphins?
You?
No, I definitely want to though.
What about killer whales?
No, I'm not doing that.
They're not really killer though, bro. Free Willy.
I mean, well, the ones that are in
captivity.
You'll
swim with those?
Those are killers.
So which ones aren't killers?
Well, there's supposedly like been studies that were saying that the whales out like in the ocean and shit, like they don't really attack people like
as much as those
those ones do. That was a crazy. Remember that SeaWorld documentary?
Fuck yeah,
that was
they're
insane.
Fucking them up.
That was insane.
It's crazy
bro.
too because even
not the cove one, not the one where
it was all part of the same thing that like basically the orcas were all like pissed off and shit and drugged up and like treated like in a small cage and shit.
Well, no, I thought you were talking about because there's the Cove. Remember that movie, The Cove?
I don't remember which one's which.
The documentary, The Cove, is about like how they like corner all the I want to say dolphins into like a cove and then they just hunt them and like
to kill. I'm not talking about killing them. I'm talking about how they keep them in the fucking
captivity.
Yeah, captivity and shit, and that they have them all drugged up and shit.
Oh no, I mean I ain't gonna lie. I've definitely went to SeaWorld and shit. You know, I've definitely seen
a couple times.
You know, I've only went once. I definitely seen the shows and everything, but yeah, you won't catch me trying to. I ain't fucking with those.
Even that. Do you even think about that though? Like, think about how small that fucking tank is, like that they're chilling in comparison to the fucking ocean, and like
their behaviors. Like I said, it's been showed that it's different.
Yeah, for sure. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and maybe the size of 2 or 3 of those tanks. But even that is nothing. No. To have 4 or 5 in that small spot when they have the whole ocean to just freely roam and travel, migrate, do what they do and shit. That's not even a big stage. Like where you go and watch the killer whales, like it's not that big.
It's nothing, bro.
It's not that big.
It's,
like even the stands isn't that big. Like behind you where you're sitting at, like
no, it's small.
Even in comparison to like fucking Waterworld at Universal, they fit more people there than you fit watching this fucking poor orca Just fucking do tricks and dance and shit.
And everything's all for fun. That one was like, that nigga's mad.
That nigga's just trying to get some fish. He's like, fuck.
Speaking of underground stuff, though, what do you think about Mark Zuckerberg?
Mark Zucks.
Building that,
I think that nigga needs to stop ducking Elon's fate. I think that's what's up. This nigga's over here making a bunker. He's trying to hide from Elon that bad?
No, well, I think Elon was the one hiding from Zuck. Bro, Zuckerberg was going to put Elon on his ass.
I don't know. He might not. Feel me? Elon's from South Africa. Feel me? He was squabble it up.
That was wrestling
lions
and shit.
He's light skinned, fool. Trust me, light skin's got it harder, dog.
What do you...
Light skin's got it harder, dog.
Oh, man. But what do you think about that? Like, because people are trying to associate with a major blackout, and then that movie came out.
But then also they said that fucking supposedly 10 other millionaires or billionaires made one too this week.
If I was a millionaire or a billionaire, I'll be making one of them bitches too.
But what's the coincidence they made it this week? Like, that's a little strange. I don't know if that's true and they're just pumping it up.
That's suspicious.
That's suspicious. This is the oh yeah. But I don't know if it's
just a rich nigga doing some rich nigga shit.
Okay, that's what I'm
gonna take it
No,
as.
one person. But I'm saying 10 people doing it the same week is kind of like a crazy coincidence for 10 people. But I don't know if
there's been plenty of movies though too. Like, cause like I feel like you could art portrays life type thing, right? All the time. And then we get a lot of ideas from movies and shit, right? So there's a lot of movies. When there's disasters, the rich niggas get the call.
Yeah, of course.
They get the call.
Especially a person like Mark Zuck. He's got extra information.
Like that.
This nigga's got Facebook. He could be having on people, the FBI people's fucking Facebook getting info. Who fucking knows? That nigga, he's tied in with the government.
Yeah.
Directly.
Like, what was that movie where it was going to be like a bunch of asteroids that were going to hit?
2012?
No. The recent
Armageddon.
one. Is it called
Armageddon? Or recent. Armageddon.
It was with Russell Crowe. Like recently, where he gets a notification and shit while they're having a party. Like, and then he like has to like basically not let everybody know that he's the chosen one to get called. That. It was recent. It was a recent movie. But like a lot of movies, 2012, like they all show that
the end of the world type shit.
Yeah, they all show that the rich niggas get the call first. There's underground bunkers. There's even supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly there's a bunker in like Antarctica that has like all things that could sustain life after some type of catastrophic event. I
believe it.
Like, I'm talking about plants, different type of grains, different type of seeds.
But even
everything.
With this shit, you don't really know, because what they really said was that it's like on an island, and that he had like a giant mansion there, and that they built a bunker under. It didn't say the bunker is the size of the fucking mansion. It didn't like really specify.
Yeah.
But they wrote it out like it's as big as this fucking giant mansion. It's a huge bunker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which like sensationalized it and made it sound crazier.
Like
saying that 10 other billionaires made one that week sensationalized it, made it sound crazier. Whether that's just true, I don't fucking know. But that's some crazy shit. And they were saying that it could be what we talked about, which was a solar storm.
Yeah, the blackout.
Solar storm.
Mm-hmm.
Losing all internet, everything.
But also, like, I mean, there's always so many conspiracies, right? There's always so many conspiracies. Cause also, like, yeah, like we say solar storm, that's something that cannot be, that's not in anybody's hands. A solar storm.
And sometimes you might not even be able to fully like anticipate it. It could just happen.
It just can happen. There's no control. But of course, the other side of things is like that purposely the lights want to get turned out because of like essentially like our conscious level is raising. Let's take it there. There's so much information. Listen, there's so much.
Let me see that. The bag.
There's so much information. You feel me? Being shared amongst each other and everything. That they essentially want to like turn it down. They want to shut it down. Stop it, basically.
Where are you getting this from?
I just thought.
Oh, you're making this up. All right, go ahead. So they wanted. My bad. It sounded like you fucking. This is why it's happening type shit.
No. I'm saying like
you're painting a picture for me.
Yeah, like basically, like the conspiracy could be that we are like our conscious level is raising. We're all becoming wiser, homie. I mean, sure. I am. I'm always looking for new knowledge, trying to get better, whatever. And then also like a lot of like the veil being kind of taken off your eyes or whatever, and seeing kind of the truth and shit, and just looking at things from a different perspective. Like, but collectively that's happening. You know what I mean? Like, so it could be them wanting again to like control everything and purposely go and shut everything off. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Whoa.
So
did you watch that movie Leave the World Behind?
I watched a little bit of it.
So
I heard it was low key hot ass, but it was like something about the grids going out. I watched a little bit. I couldn't get into it.
It was pretty hot ass. But the point I was trying to make comparing to that is basically like that kind of showed, and I think it's true, that if you lose power, information, the power for us to fucking know what to do, how to, and be able to communicate with each other, you're not gonna. I mean, you go to martial law. But it's gonna be, you're gonna lose control with that shit. I feel like it's gonna be a large loss of control, and that's kind of what happens in the movie. Is niggas just start losing it. They start going against each other. Crazy. They start, you feel me, like thinking that they have to fucking hold their shit down. Like now, me, you, and whoever else are fucking getting 3 houses next to each other, taking them over, and being like, no, we're gonna hold this shit down.
Start a whole new colony.
Yeah, I'll start a whole new colony. Next thing you know, the power comes back on 3 months from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that's gonna go down. People are gonna get robbed. Shit is
no, for sure.
And then like the fact that you can't really get the message out, like if you're the military or some shit, besides putting somebody everywhere, which you can't do, there's no way for you to be like in control of everybody and shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, it could cause, like, hysteria, right? Yeah. Like, we've seen it happen with COVID and shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I never thought I would see something like that happen in my life, as far as, like, going to the stores and the shelves being empty, like the shit I seen in the zombie movies. I never thought I'd see that in my lifetime, to be honest with you. That's naive, I think, because, like, shit happens, right? Like,
I mean, it's not naive. It's just, like, fucking, your brain only can fathom what it thinks is real, and to you, that shit looks like a movie.
Yeah.
That even happens to me when I'm at work. Like when I go to the main building and shit, like that shit looks like a movie set to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Legit, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just can't like, but it's not like even like my brain can be in awe either, where I'm like, look at that. Like that. It's not even like that. It's just like somehow my brain doesn't like switch and say like, this isn't a movie set. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
No, but what I'm saying is like, it's like, I never thought that would happen or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like, we've seen it happen. We've seen all the hysteria. We've seen the empty shelves. Like, so if something like a blackout, a major blackout happening, all hell's breaking loose.
For sure. Trying to get food? Oh my God.
No, all hell's breaking loose, bro. Because like everything's gonna stop, nigga. Everything. Not just internet. Not just your daily, like, you know, TV, household appliances.
Not the Laker games.
No, your water stops. Flushing the toilet stops. Fucking the grocery stores will start to shut their doors.
Yeah, they're gonna shut because they're gonna be getting fucking
the looting robbed. Starts. You know, so it probably wouldn't be in the best interest. But I'm just saying, like, that's the whole.
Because they're probably at first they're not even gonna be able to sell you anything because the register don't work, nigga. So they're going to be like, if it happened immediately and you go into the store and you try to buy some shit, I guarantee you these niggas going to tell you, our registers are down. We can't sell you anything right now. Like,
yeah.
And then you're going to be there like, my family's at home without food.
I'm taking this shit.
The cameras ain't
Break
working.
yourself, fool.
Nothing's working. Niggas are running out with bread.
Hey.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just going to go look around.
I ain't going to lie.
I'm going to go look around.
Something like that happens, though. We probably all going to be fucking lining up like NFL Sunday, nigga. All right, you hit the aisle 3. You hit ready, break.
Hell yeah.
Fucking throwing the tissue paper. Fucking catch that bitch.
No. You get all the meats.
No, I'm saying like
you get all the meats.
There's some dumb niggas out there.
Yeah, for sure. Go. I'm in aisle 6. You get all the meats. You get all the eggs. All the potatoes. You get all the top ramen.
Go to pharmacy.
Go to pharmacy. We need antibiotics, Tylenol, and fucking
penicillin. Get the penicillin.
Penicillin. Oh yeah.
Get the amoxicillin. Make sure you get all the antibiotics, or we fucked.
And get the promethazine and just a couple bottles. Just a couple bottles for me, though. That's personal.
He's like, if we gonna die, we gonna go out leaning, bitch.
You know, might as well get a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Still tipping on fofos.
Let me get a couple.
Wrapped in fofos.
Let me get a couple perkies.
Shit. That shit's funny. But no, you know, the thing is, like, what I'm saying, this what I'm saying though too. I didn't think that would happen, bro. I didn't think I would see that. So like, I still don't think what's getting pumped out there right now is that's what's gonna happen, right? Like the conspiracy is, oh, we about to go through a fucking blackout.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with what I just said, it could fucking happen, bro.
Yeah, that's that like we always say all the time. Like in reality, like it's somewhat stays the same out here, but like any day, like we are in a very vulnerable situation. We're right by a fucking burning fucking star.
Yeah.
That like we don't know. We can assume we see how most stars react, but how the fuck do we know this motherfucker ain't gonna out of nowhere just get hot as fuck and then turn off and shit? Like we don't fucking really know. Like it could just do some shit that never happened. You ain't never seen some shit. Even in science, like they look at shit and out of nowhere, some stuff
just
reacts
changes.
something different, a different way.
Changes.
And you're just surprised.
Yeah,
but in
like,
this case, it's the fucking sun.
Yeah, like in the future, bro, babies are gonna come out with iPhones attached to them already, nigga.
For sure. Neuralink already on them.
It's gonna come out.
Attach it when they come out. Snap them on the ass. Stick the Neuralink in there.
For real. No, but yeah. I want to talk about another thing that's been heavy on my mind.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck happened to the American-style buffets, bro?
What happened to Kanye?
No.
We talked about the buffets last time.
Did we?
Yeah, we're talking about a hometown buffet.
We talked about it off camera.
No.
Did we talk about it on camera?
Did we? We were talking about fucking...
No, we talked about it off camera.
How Chinatown, the all China ones?
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it off camera. But yeah, bro, like I started reading up on them right before the pandemic, like I think right after pandemic hit. Yeah. Like hometown went out of business all over.
For sure, because they couldn't be having food just out like that. Nobody wanted that.
Yeah, they went out of business. Like they and also like in the East Coast they had something called Ryan's, which when I went to PA, that was the first thing I went to go hit. Ryan's. But I miss being able to go in there and get like the chicken, the fried chicken, the mashed potatoes, the ribs. Don't get me wrong, I love the Asian buffets. You feel me? They got the sushi. They got the, you know,
and then they have shit that's not Asian. They got a lot of shit.
They got like the pizza, they have some like chicken wings.
Mongolian barbecue. Yeah. And like fried chicken.
They got the fried chicken. But I don't know, man. I just miss I'm like, why? But I'm also like, why are they not popping back out?
Shit, they trying to get their, they still trying to get their money back, nigga. They're going through it through that pandemic, bro.
Like we have to close our goddamn doors.
Do you know who didn't close? Shakey's Bunch of Lunch, baby. Still available.
Never had it.
You got to get that shit.
Never had it.
Maybe the day after New Year's if it's open. I'll be down to go get that shit.
Do it. We gotta do another video,
for sure.
Another little food run video.
I'll be doing the Shakey's Bunch of Lunch for sure. Nostalgia in that bitch.
Speaking about like food, bro, I think that every tax-paying citizen should get a food voucher every month, bro.
For how much?
That will depend on your household, probably, but. I think 5 to 1K a month in grocery.
Damn.
5 is like.
I'd say 5 is cool. Damn, 1K is crazy.
Well, like I said, it depends on household.
5 is kind of crazy.
It depends on household, though.
But bitch, why you pay your fucking groceries, nigga? The fuck? I think everybody groceries should be paid for. Shit, I think everybody car payment should be paid for. I think insurance should be free. Car insurance should be free too. Shit, right? Let's write it all in. Fuck. Reparations. Reparations.
No, you're right. But no, the reason I'm saying food, I'm just saying because food is like a like everything's a necessity. Yeah. But food is like, nigga, if I don't eat, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
You feel me? If I don't drink, I'm gonna die. That's why I'm like, as a society in the US, nigga, like we should be getting.
And it's gonna drive the economy.
Yes.
Because niggas' baby mamas is gonna be selling their EBT. Which then they're gonna get the money.
And then they're gonna buy the Gucci bag.
Buy their Gucci bag with their EBT, which then drives the economy. And then the EBT is still getting used by somebody else who's then gonna win. Hey, anybody out there selling their EBT? It's very illegal to sell or buy EBT, so I'm not buying it and I'm not winking. I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play to pay.
But no, for real, bro. For real. At least like as a single person, like at least 100 a week.
Fuck yeah, I'll sign that bill. I'll sign that
bill for sure.
Which, talking about bills, apparently California just passed a bill. Oh. They want to reuse doo-doo water.
Taco Bell water?
Fucking choo-choo water. They want to take the browns to the bowl and then bring it to the cup.
I'm trying to figure out why we gotta be the niggas. Like,
because we agreed to it at some point, apparently.
Like, why couldn't it start somewhere like in like, I don't know, Detroit somewhere?
So for the people who don't know, apparently California just passed a bill, mainly in LA and San Diego. They're going to be reusing doo-doo water.
I repeat. No, don't
reusing
wastewater. I heard that, like, I haven't looked too much into it, but I heard that.
What that nigga say? They gonna turn the stench into the quench.
That was terrible.
You feel me? Like,
and sometimes I be passing through the cities and be terrible, these sewers.
No, for sure. Some stanky shit.
Saw that Taco Bell that we be eating.
Who eating it?
Don't act like you didn't have no Taco Bell this month.
Hey, I did this month.
Not every day, but at least once.
But yeah, that's some crazy shit, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't drink tap water. I haven't drank tap water in a long time.
That's why I'm not too, like, okay, I'm not tripping. But
they're trying to control your mind with fluoride. Don't drink the tap water, bro.
But I hear, bro, everything is subjective, man. Because I hear fucking purified water is bad for you. It's not hydrating you.
Well, they say purified water,
room temperature.
Well, they say tap water. Like, apparently, I don't know about the reusable doo-doo. I'm sure they're cleaning it to a point where it's acceptable. However the terms are, whatever acceptable is.
I would love to like get water like from the tap and just like be able to like
test it,
dog.
No, for sure. But for sure, purified water, just because they take a lot of the nutrients out of it and shit too. So they say spring water, like actual spring water, is the best water to drink. That will actually hydrate you and shit.
What about the idea that you're gonna be drinking some shit water?
I'm not. You're gonna be drinking that shit. See?
No! Like,
from stank to the water bank.
Man, but why? Like, I'm just like, why is it that California is just like
from earthy to thirsty?
Like, why does California just be like they want to be the ones to like do this shit first, type shit? You know what I mean?
From chunk to drunk.
No, let's get off the topic of shit.
From stank to drink.
We over here just stank face like that
shit. Ugh, it stank, don't it?
LeBron. Speaking of that, what about Krishan Rock?
Oh shit! How do we go from speaking of LeBron to Krishan?
Because I seen in Grand Wizard chat, nigga, the slide was
stank, don't it?
Like when she hopped off the fucking shit without wiping her ass.
Oh yeah, that shit was funny.
To go fight or some shit.
No, that was Blueface supposedly pulled up to her house to fight her brother while she was taking a piss. Allegedly. So that she fucking got up. It was like, don't let him in. But they were like, they were
live and shit.
They zoomed in. Yeah, she was on live and shit. And then they zoomed in to the fucking toilet paper. They were like, there's no more toilet paper right there. And then they like slowed it down and she didn't wipe or nothing. She just got up. But I mean, shit was going on. You feel me? She had to drip dry. Shit happens.
It's funny. Like the internet, they make a hype of anything.
The fact they'll zoom in on your fucking toilet paper roll and be like, there ain't no motherfucking toilet paper in that bitch.
The internet is just too vast, bro. You just don't know who the fuck is on this bitch and who's there out there and watching.
Her lives be going crazy, bro. She get on her live, it's like 86K, 60K average, 60 to 80K.
I don't know. I never jump on it at all, ever.
I've seen a couple. This is always fucking drama.
Another thing I want to talk about, man. Why are we in the era of pocket watching? Like, what is it so like? Why are we infatuated with like knowing what somebody makes? You think?
Shit, I guess niggas was always pocket watching back in the day too, but like actually wanting to know the fucking actual number, I think is definitely more of a new age thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Everything's about status and fucking what you got now. I guess social media and shit too. Because all you see is
about class.
All you see is the best of like what people have and shit. Like a nigga could have like 10 outfits, but like he got 10 Instagram posts. It looks like he fucking dresses, but like in reality, you see the nigga and he's
10
a
outfits.
bum or lives with his mom or fucking
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all fugazi.
And so that leads me to my next thing though. Like I think that,
but we're also in a picky and choosy culture. Okay, basically, like, so like in the 90s and shit, their era was like niggas basically degrading women. I need a bitch that's bad or I don't want her. Yeah. She got to be with it or I don't want her. Now look at like the type of women that's kind of bred now. And then like they're also, one, have to be perfect, the baddest, but then they also have to not give a fuck about a man. Yeah. You know, it kind of just bred a whole different type of culture in comparison to like people literally in the 1900s trying to find a wife and get married and shit. You know, like
have kids and shit.
Like it's just different.
No, for sure. But also like it leads me to my next thing though too. Like, bro, I feel like probably a good 80 to 90% of the people that we be seeing on the Instagram and on celebrities in general, like they don't have money. Like I don't think they're like they have liquid money. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really. I feel like a lot of the shit that we see, bro, is just like all on credit, nigga. Like these niggas are just
for sure.
You know, and it's like it's crazy because it breeds like this whole false narrative and this false reality, right? Like that everybody's out there getting this shit, nigga. But like the nigga that's doing this is like hitting you up for a dub. You feel me?
For sure.
Or shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but even on a greater scale, is like the niggas that are signed to these labels, it's all a facade, bro. You know what I mean? So like we all want to pocket watch and shit, right? But it's like, nigga, they're not. I don't believe that they all have money.
No, for sure. I mean, and then also like worrying about somebody else's money ain't gonna get you any. For real. You know what I'm saying? That's the real thing of it is like, yeah, I don't give a fuck how much money you make. Only thing I care about is if you're trying to make some of me. For real. Like, I'm not like, I really don't give a fuck. And like how we were talking about before, we came from very humble beginnings, like not having a damn thing. So I don't judge anybody if you don't have money. Yeah. Shit, I'll give a nigga 5, I'll give a nigga 20. A nigga need help with a Subway sandwich, I'll help a nigga with a Subway sandwich, whatever. But I don't give a fuck how much somebody else makes unless they're trying to make some more of me. For real.
I mean, it's crazy. I just think that there's a crazy era of like niggas concerned about how much somebody's making and shit like that.
No, for sure.
Speaking about making money though, what was your first job, bro? I don't think I've ever asked you what was your first job.
My first job, I was 15. I want to say I was working for Clean and Green. You heard of Clean and Green? So Clean and Green was just like pro. I don't know if they still have it, but it was a program where they hired teens from like 14 to 17 or 14 to 18 maybe.
Oh, you're going to clean shit.
Basically, it's almost like you're doing community service, but you're getting paid. So like, I never had to paint over any like taggings or anything like that, but we planted some trees. Over there on Roxford, we like there's like a part of there where like the whole side of the road was just like covered in like fucking leaves and crazy shit. We like hoed that shit out and like put it into bags and shit. But yeah, that was my first job, like 15.
You were getting paid for that shit?
Yeah.
You remember how much you were getting paid for that?
Whatever minimum wage was, maybe a little bit more than minimum wage.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then after that, I worked another job and I did whatchamacallit? I was working on a food truck. 16.
Really?
Yeah, my boy Nick hooked me up with that job. It was a funnel cake truck.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Where you posted up at? Fucking
the main spot was right there in Arroyo in Pacoima. But it's actually a famous truck. It's a pink funnel cake truck. Anybody who's from the valley, you might have seen it before and shit. It was in the newspaper for having better funnel cakes than fucking
Six Flags.
That's what the owner would always tell us and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was pretty fire. And then like during Christmas time, it would be at Candy Cane Lane or whatever it's called, where they have all the lights and shit. Yeah, that should be up there. But I mostly worked there like during the winter and shit, like during that time. But I remember being on Candy Cane Lane and like she would leave and we would be working that shit all night, going crazy. And then she let me drive her car and shit. I had no license. She's like, "You could drive?" I was like, "Yeah, I could drive." So and nobody teach me how to drive. I drove. The truck was hauled with the U-Haul.
Got you.
I drove it a couple times too, and I was like 16, no license. But ain't nobody teach me how to drive. It was just from time. You feel me?
I was thinking about that too. I was like, who taught me how to drive? Like, not really nobody.
I was thinking about that the other day too.
My cousin tried to teach me, and I just was like, boom, like braking hard and all that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was your first like. So was
Clean and Green?
There was payroll shit. Like you were like, it was in like okay.
We would meet up like in Pacoima. It was like 6-8 kids.
It was like every day.
I think it was like 3 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
3 to 5 days a week. I don't know when I had the time, but it was 3 to 5 days a week. Maybe it was just on the weekend. Shit.
That's crazy.
And like we would go. It'd be like 6 to 8 kids. We would go meet them at the spot in Pacoima. They would have a van. We'd hop in the van and then we'd go.
How'd you get like into that shit though? Like,
you remember? Pretty sure my parents like found out about that shit.
They're like, go get paid.
Yeah, go do something.
Go get some money.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
The first job that I did,
I had to be honestly. My bad. I don't think I was 15. I had to have been like. This had to have been like 13, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't in high school or nothing like that. This was like
child labor,
like young.
This thing was in a sweatshop.
But that's what was cool about them, that they would give kids the opportunity to like work and
I
shit.
think, you know what? I think I might have heard something about that back when I was like in like 6th grade or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like you can get paid and you go like do like community things.
I fucked with that shit. That shit was
cool.
solid.
That's cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some programs out there that do some type of thing like that, but I don't know.
I wish I would have been more focused on like working a job or doing something back then.
For sure.
I would motivate my kid to be like 16 and get a nice little part-time. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Just so you get an idea and make your own money and see how that shit spends.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's for sure. It's like a life skills thing. Like it's like a in the field training. Like look what you're up against, nigga. So get your shit right.
Because there's a lot of people. I mean, I was gonna say there's a lot of people when they get their first job that be fucking up their money. But so there's people now that are on their 10th job and still don't know how to like handle their money and shit.
It's one of the biggest fucking things that's not taught, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
Like budgeting is insane.
Budgeting, financial literacy and shit. So like, think about it. You got to fuck up a couple times. So if you fuck up at 16, 17, you're like,
you might be able to figure it out.
Mom, where's all my money? Bitch, you bought 7 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
You got shoes, but you can't even go to the movies with your friends and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you ain't going to fit those shoes no more. So like.
Fucking like you gotta teach them about like assets versus liabilities and shit.
For sure, 100%.
I try to teach my nieces and nephews a little bit about it, but
they're still a little young.
They're still a little.
I've seen a lady. She did it was a video on like Instagram or something, and like she basically made sheets for her kids and shit. There's like 4 different kids, and like on it had like the total amount of money they had, and then they had to pay rent they had to do this, they had to do that thing, and then they had to see how much they had left and shit. And then like one kid was like, after I only got like $23 and I haven't even bought groceries yet, this and that and shit. And like
they're all
stressing out and shit. You feel me? Like that's that.
Welcome to life, bitch.
Right now, you know how I feel when you eat all the Hot Pockets. I go in your room, there's 2 half eaten.
That's what I'm saying. And then you don't eat the motherfucker.
Or you pour a bowl of cereal and you fill the whole shit up with milk and don't even drink it.
Bro, yesterday we have a fucking Italian food spread. You feel me? You got some Maggianos,
you
right?
You should have bought me some of that shit. What'd you get? The lasagna?
No, we got chicken pesca. I don't know what the fuck it is. Pescada or some shit. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what the fuck it is. Chicken. It was like pretty much like
prosciutto.
It's pretty much something like that. It was like basically like in some type of like lemon.
Ooh.
Like that's what it tastes like to me. Like
it was like fancy
lemon and shit. And ravioli. Bro, the kids like we make the kids plate, you know what I mean?
They didn't want it. That's insane.
Take a cup. I don't want it. Like,
they don't like ravioli? Yeah.
I don't know.
There's some Chef Boyardee in this bitch.
And that just like, it's just like when you see something that you're like, bro, like that shit, that plate right there was like $40. You feel me? Like
that's crazy. And these niggas just want fucking shoot me a Hot Pocket or a frozen burrito. I'll be cool.
You know, but I also think that like, you know, it's just like what we teach, you know what I mean? It's like,
no, for sure. We talked about it last time when it comes to diet and shit.
It's like you gotta expose.
But then you're the bad guy next time if you spend half on food and get them some French fries and chicken nuggets. Like, here, we saved $150 and got you guys kids meals. Fuck, go play in the back with your toys.
I'm getting to a point where it comes down to Christmas too, man. Nobody's getting gifts.
Nobody's getting shit. You know,
you honestly, ain't getting shit.
Honestly, Christmas is a created holiday to buy gifts. I'm not celebrating anymore.
It's a big business.
It's a big business. I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Bro, it's a big business, nigga. That it's lost its true meaning.
Yeah, Jesus isn't even in it anymore. Like Jesus, who praises Jesus anymore on Christmas? I don't respect that. So because of that, ain't nobody getting nothing next year.
Jesus ain't even in it anymore.
Nah, that's not right. No, I'm not in it next year.
Honestly, like we've been thinking about like next year not doing the gifts exchange and shit like that, and more so taking trips every Christmas type thing.
I seen this guy. He's like one of those financial literacy guys and shit, and so like he has good money now. Like he has great money, so he has a big house. He's with his family and shit, and so he asked his kid, who's like 16 or 15, he's like, "How many of your birthdays do we skip and Christmas and shit?" And he was like 3 or 4. And he's like, "Are you happy now that we did that?" Like, and he's looking at his life now and shit, like big ass house, whatever he wants and shit. Like, he's like, and basically that was what he did. He like, they withheld that shit, kept it super minimal, but in the plans to do more. And they did more with that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen somebody the other day and I'm like, damn, so like, this is nigga I know's sister, right? And like, he's the type of nigga to put everything on Instagram. So he put on some shit like about his sister staying at her parents' house still with their deadbeat husband. Husband works too, you know, all type of business and shit.
Yeah, but personal business on the gram.
He's mad that like they always kick him out the house, but they're like living in the house, not doing nothing and shit. Like they work, but like they're obviously like they have 2 kids. Like you would think they would want to move out and like do their own thing already, but they obviously have no go to. And so like I happen to follow the sister, so I've seen all this background shit, whatever. Like I don't think too much of it. I don't care, whatever. But it came to my mind because I see her and she posts she got 2 PS5, one for her daughter and one for her son, and everything just seemed kind of like to show you, oh, look at how much we spent on our kids, like trying to kind of like flex that. And so knowing all that other shit just had me thinking, I'm just like, damn, like,
that's
like you're thinking about this nigga holding out on her birthdays and shit. She buying 2 PS5s, but like staying at home. I'm like, I'm adding up the money. I'm like, that's a rack. With a rack, you could do a lot. You could potentially buy a pallet. You could fucking
do something.
Double up, do something with that. I'm just like,
more
damn, that's
asset
crazy.
than liability.
I'm like,
and it's not, and two kids don't need two different
PS5s. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that they both could get one, but it's like it's unnecessary. And like maybe in time, maybe you get one of them and they have to share it, and then you get the other one 6 months from now. But like back to back, that's OD and like unnecessary, especially when you don't have your own place and like doing your own shit.
No, for sure, bro. And like, I mean, like honestly, like I said, like we really were talking about this, and I think next year we're gonna do it. Like, fuck getting the gifts. Let's go spend Christmas in another fucking country. You feel me?
Tight. Puerto Rico is pretty tight.
Yeah, let's go spend Christmas. You know, and like, and the thing is, like, what that's gonna do too is like, I think that it's important, like, for people to travel. Like,
100%.
It's like, and I don't think people talk about the importance of travel, bro. Like,
some people do, but only people who travel.
It's really important to travel because like you just get a whole nother perspective from like you get a whole nother way of life that you would never see if all you fucking seen was the four corners.
No, 100%.
That you grew up on, you know 100%. What I mean?
100%.
And going spending fucking $500 times 2 for this woman on a goddamn PlayStation system makes absolutely no sense when you could take that same money and go have a trip in some nice place. You know what I mean? And build up a long-lasting memory for the kids or for you. Building memories. Right, and then also just gives the kids another perspective.
I'm like, build a memory, yeah, that's cool too. But I'm saying withhold that too and build a fucking business, bitch.
No, for sure.
You feel me? And get the fuck out your mama house.
For sure. But I'm just saying, like, another alternative that we're looking at.
Yeah, no, I feel that for you. But you also aren't living at your mama's house with 2 kids.
No, for sure. For sure. No. If you in that way, get your ass.
Nigga, you guys are getting a PS4.
You guys are getting a PS1, bitch.
You guys are getting a PS3.
And how old are the kids? Because if they, depending on age too, you getting the fuck now.
No, they're like 11 and 9.
I mean, I was gonna say those niggas don't deserve to get no PS5. Get them the starter kit. You feel
11 and 9.
Get the game that got the duck shooter on that bitch for them.
Like my brother and sister, they both have a PS5, but like they had one for the longest, and then
got another one.
They got another one, and with their own money. So it's
I'm gonna be getting that one soon.
Yeah, PS5 or Xbox maybe next year. I don't know. There's a lot of things I want.
I think you can get GTA 6 when it comes out for this, right? Probably.
Yeah, I could. It kind of makes you want to get it. But no, probably not. That's not the move. I got so many things I want.
That's the thing though too, man. Like, we gotta normalize this too. Stop upgrading shit every fucking year.
I mean, yeah, I haven't upgraded it in like
makes no sense. Like, especially when it comes down to this motherfucker right here.
I think phone like 3 years.
I think longer. I think like 6.
Nah, and that should be lagging and shit.
Well,
if the new features come out, then yeah.
It depends. It just depends.
New camera or something.
Getting the new 2K every year makes no sense. That's a $60, $70.
No, new 2K, you gotta get that.
Nah. It depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah, if you're playing it actively.
It depends on what you're doing.
Because if you're playing with friends and they get the new one, what the fuck you gonna do?
Exactly. I'm just saying, if you're passively like just playing this shit, stick to the old one until a couple years to when there's some new shit.
Yeah.
Phone, same thing. Like, this is money down the drain. Think about it. You're never really owning this piece of item, bro.
That's why I don't care about the phone, because it's almost like I'm fucking, if I'm able to upgrade, especially when it's like, oh, you just pay the tax and you just got to pay $100. It's like, if I'm paying the same shit every month, who cares? It's almost like I'm renting it.
Shit, well, because I like my $50 plan compared to that $115 plan.
Yeah, that's fire.
You got to save money where you can save it.
Well, my shit was
phone.
My shit was
Keep your fucking
my
phone.
shit was 100 flat before, and I was liking that. 100 flat was cool. Once it got over 100, it made it kind of like, oh, okay, now it's a little bit more. Like now it's like, that was crazy.
No, but there's just so many things that we like every year, year in year out. We're just like upgrading, and it just makes absolutely no sense. It's money down the drain.
No, for sure.
No gifts for Christmas next year.
No gifts for Christmas. I'm withholding gifts.
What else we got going on in this world?
We got, in other news, Did you hear about the 18-year-old GTA hacker?
Yeah.
So he's now locked up indefinitely.
In like a mental facility.
In a mental facility. So the kid gets caught for hacking.
It's crazy.
Then they take him to a hotel room where he then hacks again using the Amazon Fire Stick.
And his cell phone?
And the hotel phone.
Oh, the hotel phone. How the fuck? But I didn't get the second part. He hacked with the Amazon Fire Stick, but what did he hack into again?
I think it's something called Stater, which from what I heard is like almost like, I don't know, it's not exactly that, but just for the sake of conversation, we'll call it basically like a Google Drive. It's just like a cloud.
A cloud. Okay. Got you. Bro, that's incredible. But also, like, do you think, like, okay, so do you think that they said that he's going to be in a mental institution, but maybe he's going elsewhere?
Shit, I don't know. Well, supposedly from what they said that he has autism.
He got hired, nigga.
That he has autism.
He got hired.
Well, they said, well, that's what they would do. But the problem is, apparently he has autism, which some people with autism, like, I'm not the best person to describe it, but it's almost like some people who are on the spectrum have a hard time understanding like empathy or understanding what's wrong.
What's wrong.
So the fact that when they asked him, like, would he stop? He basically sees no problem with what he's doing at all. Which, like,
for sure.
You could make the point that, like, a lot of people who are doing crime that are locked up see no problem with what they're doing and don't want to stop. But this person, because it has something to do with their mental capacity, like, they literally aren't fucking capable from what they said. From what they said. I don't know if this is true, but from what they said, he's incapable of acknowledging that it's wrong. Even to the point where it's like, you don't even have to say, oh, this is wrong, it's right, it's wrong, it's right. But like to say, I won't do this again, like he's incapable of doing that. Like, you just keep doing it.
Yeah. I get it. But that's pretty crazy. I never heard of anything like that either, though. Like, to be like, they put this nigga away like the fucking Riddler and shit. Like, he's just...
Apparently, he was part of internet gang that was responsible for $10 million between Uber, Rockstar Games. Wow. There's a bunch of different companies.
Wow.
And so he basically got tagged with all that. So I'm pretty sure they're on some like RICO type shit. Like, we're trying to get you for all this shit.
Rounding everybody up.
Well, even if they just got him, but like just trying to get him for all the shit. Now he's tied in with everything because he's a part of a gang.
Got you. That's crazy, bro. That's just insane. It just trips me out too. Like, we've been getting like a lot of that shit lately. Like, the hackers been in the news lately, like crazy.
Sure, going crazy.
We've been talking about them, I feel, for like the last 3 months, maybe, of just like Vegas, Rockstar, the Wolverine thing. Like, these dudes are just out here going crazy.
Then you got China.
Anybody that could hack out there,
let us know.
Add a couple zeros into the bank account.
Yeah, who got the fucking... Send me the Cash App.
So I've been getting like it's been a trip, bro, lately. Like, Currency's been tripping me the fuck out, bro.
The rapper?
No, just Currency. Like, the rapper? I never really too much care about the rapper Currency music. But
all right, I'm gonna throw that in there.
Why not? You said Currency. I'm just letting you know.
Legend.
Sure.
He is a legend.
Sure.
He's not?
Not to me.
The fuck does it matter if it's to you? In the fucking grand scheme of hip hop, is he a legend or not?
Nah, to me.
Motherfucker, I said not to you. I said in the grand scheme of hip hop.
No.
Nah, that's crazy.
No. I know. Anyway.
Spit on Dirty.
Anyway, no, Currency, bro. Like, the fact that right now, like, you think about how much money you actually like you don't see anything but just numbers. Right? Like, when I want to transfer you money, I'm no longer handing you this piece of paper at least or anything. It's literally just boop, 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 plug in a couple numbers, and then now it's in your account. You look at your account, and now you got these numbers in your account.
Yeah, like, it's all digital. It's not there.
And I mean, like, it's already like, but it already, money didn't have anything backing it and shit. But like, I'm just saying less and less now. Like, at least it was like a little bit more, I felt tangible, right? Like, it's a piece of paper now it's no longer. It's like almost like super, like almost non-existent.
No, for sure, it's a video game.
It trips me the fuck out, bro.
I mean, like, technically, you have your shit in the bank. If that bank closes, go bankrupt, or who knows,
what
freeze
happens?
Something, that's your money. It's gone. It's happened before to people.
I know, and it's been making me think more and more to like just pull my money out, bro. Like pull my money out, and then also like the whole idea about getting gold, like actually investing in gold and stuff. Like
for sure, gold always goes up. Gold always goes up.
But I'm just saying, like, I've been like tripping out lately and shit, like, cause I've been like, even when I'm working and stuff, like, when the orders come in, you feel me? It's like, it's almost like a video game, nigga. Like, oh, $30, $150, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's like, I never really see that. It goes into my account and then I put it everywhere else, and it's like, you never see it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Another crazy story that I heard today. Allegedly, well, this is straight out of Gilbert Arenas' mouth. Allegedly, he was at a basketball game. He's seen Halle Berry walk through. He's in awe. He's like, damn, Halle Berry. Behind him is Harvey Weinstein and a couple of other execs. And Halle Berry walks through, sits down. Apparently, Harvey Weinstein says, oh, she doesn't know us now? And from what he said, I don't know how he got this information, but allegedly, he said that Halle Berry had sex with them.
Well, you overheard him talking.
Well, I know about it. He didn't say what they said or what was. He just, it skipped and he just said like, oh, well, they fucked her. But he didn't say like, oh, I heard them say we all had her or we did this. But he said allegedly that
for
roles. They had sex.
Yeah.
And I want to say Halle Berry is a queen.
Don't be talking
she
about
didn't do that.
Don't be
she did. She did what she had to do.
The thing is, though, is that I get you. It's Halle Berry, nigga. But you don't know what the woman had to do to get to where she got to go.
For sure. Especially in a industry like that that's led by men.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, the truth of the matter is that shit happens throughout all types of industries.
And it could even, yeah, for sure. It could even happen in the way of like, they could be like, oh, come to dinner. I want to talk to you about this role. She knows what's going on, but she's like, I got to entertain it a little bit. She's not expecting to have sex with the guy, this and that. You know what I mean? He keeps, they drinks, they're going, whatever. She still doesn't want to. But now she's at a point where he's offered the role, everything, but she's in the fear of like, he just offered me $20 million. Still, I don't want to do it. But now you have that fear in your mind of losing it. Now you're like, it's not even a straight like, oh, do this and you'll get this. It's almost even the fear of like losing that now. You're like, damn, I almost feel even more inclined like I have to do this.
Yeah.
Because what if he gets mad tomorrow because I don't?
And I think it's so the thing is like, it depends. Like if it becomes a consensual thing, then, so be it, right? Like,
I don't think Halle Berry wants to fuck Harvey Weinstein.
I'm just saying, if it becomes a consensual thing, then so be it.
Of course.
But I mean, we know Harvey Weinstein has been. Wasn't there a case against him?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Couple, I think.
But I also think that like it isn't only women that have to do things like that. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. They said some crazy shit about Hollywood for sure.
Holly weird
for sure.
But I don't know. I think like just because it's Halle Berry, nigga, don't mean that didn't happen. Is what I'm saying.
No, it could have. It's a possibility. What I'm saying is, Gilbert Arenas, why are you spreading that shit? It's not his business to be spreading like that. If Harvey Weinstein kept it low enough where only he heard it, and I ain't heard it before all this time, that's the only thing about this podcast shit too, is like, people are so inclined, especially people like that, they have stories, and they're just like so inclined to share them because it's like,
that's what's gonna hit.
That's views. Like, why the fuck would I, like, I don't have anything else to share.
Yeah.
And I got this crazy ass Halle Berry story. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna be
bring the hoe out some niggas.
You know, like the podcast thing is weird too, though, bro. Because like, I don't know, growing up and shit, like I was always taught like not to gossip and shit, but.
No, this shit is super difficult because it's like, I mean, and that's the thing too. I was always taught not to gossip. I was taught to not talk on camera. I was taught not to share too much.
Yep.
You know, and
not
there's
to
still
talk about your money, not talk about politics. Not
there's
talk
still
about
a lot
religion.
of shit we don't share on here. You know what I'm saying? And I probably would never share.
Yeah.
But, I think it's a new age, and I think that we were kind of wrong too in that way too. It's like there ain't nothing wrong with shit. I say it all the time. It's the same shit as like if MTV hired me to work in their offices, like I gotta say no because I'm gonna be on TV talking. It's the same shit. The only difference is I'm putting it out myself, not MTV.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only difference.
Yeah, but it's crazy because like a lot of people, like I seen a comment where I think it was on that post about Gilbert Arenas talking about it, and I think it was a woman that had commented saying like, "Oh, a bunch of men, they just be getting on podcasts gossiping and shit." Like, yeah.
I mean, we got the red table with fucking Jada, so
yeah,
that's a bet. But
man, that's it.
Hey man, that's another episode of Not Impressed Podcast. If you're still here, that means you a real motherfucking nigga.
We appreciate it, man.
Not that I don't appreciate those other guys and shit, but you motherfuckers that are right here at the end of the video, I really fuck with you niggas. Yeah. I don't want it to make a separation or anything, but you niggas are real. You feel me? So keep tapping in, keep liking, especially if you're still here. Might as well hit that like button, man. That's another one. About to hit the New Year's. By the time we come back, it'll already be New Year's. So
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, all y'all out there, man. Let's keep getting it, man. It's your boy Kingsworth.
Peace out.
Peace.